I like to talk about a very juicy subject, which I'm very excited about, and it's lucid dreaming. It's your body is asleep and your mind is totally awake. So in a dream you realize you are dreaming. And then you have the possibility to change things in your dream, because in lucid dreaming you have no resistance, instant manifestation, and lots of possibilities.
Yeah.
So my first question about lucid dreaming is, it would be so nice to make an appointment with another person.
Yes.
Be together in one lucid dream.
Yes.
No resistance, contact with infinite intelligence.
Yes.
And then do the mastermind.
Yes.
How do you do this?
You've heard us say this before, but it's important to set it as a basis of what we'll say next. And that is, what you're offering vibrationally, which means what you're thinking, and what you're feeling, is what manifests in your experience. That's the way you create your reality. You project a vibration, practiced or not, deliberately or not, and law of attraction adds momentum to it until it is realized by you. That's what manifestation is. The exact same thing happens in dream state, because your dreams are your creation too. You said it perfectly when you said that in your dream state you are resistance free, because while you slumber you have stopped your point of attraction to this physical apparatus. The momentum has subsided. The momentum that is moving with you in your wake state does not move with you in your dream state. Now that means that the things that are in your vortex you have easier access to in your dream state than in your wake state. So what we've noticed about those who are deliberately dreaming on purpose, is that they are those who have tended to their vibration while they are awake. In other words, your vibration is commonly between believing and knowing, pretty steadily. That's just where you are hanging out most of the time. And once you are consistently there, then what begins to happen is let's start in another place. We want to say that lucid dreaming and pure alignment with source can be considered the same thing.
Wow.
So it's a high vibration, and of course for a high vibration there's no resistance. So it's logical that if you're hanging around in the vicinity of that you'd be more likely to have those kinds of experiences.
Yes.
So have any of you had that experience where you know that you are asleep, but you are in control of the thoughts that you are thinking while you are asleep? And so instead of lucid dreaming, lucid sounds like clarity, let's call it deliberate. So isn't it logical that the more purposeful you have been, the more deliberate that you have been, then the more logical that you would be in that place while you are dreaming? Now, there's something else we have to talk about here. So if what we said is true, and it always is, although sometimes we have to round your perspective up so that you understand it, that your momentum does subside during sleep state, then what is the momentum of the dream? What's the momentum of the dream? Where does the momentum of the dream come from? This lucid dreaming that you're talking about, it's the alignment with that broader perspective. It's literally donning the vibrational perspective of source. It's likened to those out-of-body experiences where you are the frequency of source, you are the knowledge of source, you are literally the being of source who is now focused That knowing through the physical apparatus that you know as you. What you're really helping us to describe here is the unnecessary separation between the physical you and the non-physical you. We've been talking for some time, and those of you who have been with us for a while, we begin our seminars often by saying, so you were source energy before you came into these physical bodies. And a part of your consciousness came into this physical body while the larger part of that consciousness remained non-physical. Now we're saying to you, in light of this conversation, you were source energy before you came into this physical body. A part of that consciousness is focused here in this physical body. And now through practice of vibration, you have deliberately refocused that part of you back into alignment with that whole of you while you are still in this physical body. And you can do that. You don't have to have this experience while you are dreaming. You can have this experience in your wake state. It's just more likely at first for you to have it when you're dreaming because you don't have those hang-ups about all of that, you see. Someone said the other day, and we teased that Jerry was longing for it, couldn't Esther just access Abraham and just be Abraham? And we say, really, seeing the world through the eyes of Source is a delicious way to experience life. And now we've been talking about the step 4 part of the equation, which means things just aren't bothering you like they did because you have garnered, you have gathered, you have maintained, you have practiced, you have come to own a vibrational perspective that says things are always good for me and it doesn't matter how they look in any moment in time. I have deep roots of well-being. So as you practice this understanding of your worthiness and your blessedness, and your balance, and you come to be one who is continually expecting good things to come to you. Now you begin, and that's what the point of your question was. It thrills us to hear it from you, because what you're saying is, I want to mastermind with Source. I want to come into vibrational concert with other humans who are also tapped into Source energy. So that in a sort of collective forum, we are literally and deliberately taking thought beyond that which it has been before and keeping up with the new thought as it happens. Simultaneous asking and receiving at the same time, which is sort of kind of what just happened to you.
Yes.
You see. Yeah.
Yeah, it was more or less my second question. I could feel there was a bridge between the manifestations in the lucid dream and the manifestations in the wake state.
Yeah. Oh, isn't being deliberate fun? Isn't it more fun to plan a great vacation than to stumble into one? Law of attraction still abounds. We're not saying that you're stumbling into it outside of law of attraction. You're not. But when you feel good on purpose, and manifestations come, and you make that association, it is so much richer. The manifestations, let's say it this way. You said it best first. Conscious, lucid manifestations.
I like it.
Lucid intending, lucid prepaving. Esther's favorite word, she's been writing it, is clarity. Lucid is right there with that word, isn't it? Lucid creating. Tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and talking with you. Tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and walking with you. My nose in the fragrance of that which is you. Yeah. Something more?
Thank you so much.
Bum 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 bum.